All right, what's going on, guys? It's Matt here with Million Shark, and I'm going to do something really cool. I'm going to give you guys my first call for free today. So this is what my first call would be in my mentorship program. It's building your Instagram page. It's how to create a top-notch theme for Instagram. First and foremost, smash that like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel. This way you guys could see I'm putting out a lot of great content. I'm going to be going through a lot of stuff over the next few weeks. First and foremost, if you go back and check out my other videos, I actually go over creating content and stuff like that. So I kind of started before building the Instagram page, because a lot of people will start out building an Instagram page and then work their way in from there. I'm actually a little different. I started with the content, then created the brand, and then moved forward. So without any further ado, let's go. All right, so first, page one, building your Instagram theme page. Theme pages are hot right now, whether it's travel, business, fitness. Those are some of the top 3 niches on Instagram right now. I'm going to go over, obviously, breaking down my own personal brand, Million Shark. So how to create a top Instagram theme page. First and foremost, we're going to talk about your brand colors. You want to choose up to two, maybe 3 contrasting colors. So as you can see with Million Shark, as we break it down, I chose a very bright blue and a very contrasting bright orange. I chose those 2 colors because they actually go well together. It creates a very good look. And we also went into color moods, which will go over later on. If you don't know what color moods are, do a quick Google search and check it out. It's basically using colors to visually capture somebody's attention. So take McDonald's, for instance, how they use red and yellow. So red and yellow are supposed to mean like hungry and want to spend money or something like that. So that's why they chose red and yellow, and that's how they grabbed your attention. So there's a specific reason why I chose blue and orange, but that's a different video. Stay away from base colors like red and black. Those are always just, everybody uses them. Do something that stands out. Things like blue and purple, blue and green, orange and green, yellow and green, anything that contrasts and actually gives you guys your page a visual pop is something you actually want to go towards. So check out, my page. There's tons of other pages out there that have these same kind of color combinations. And if you want to go, once you have your color combinations, the next thing you want to do is focus on a username. So as you can see, a username is something that is going to be your brand. So it's going to be you in general. So I chose Million Shark. So it's a power forward and a power first word and a power second word. So you have a lot of, other ones out there, like some of the ones that I did, my mentor, billionaire judge, money assistant, wealth hunter, finance ruler. You want to have that first keyword be very brand centric, very brand focused, and that second keyword just play off that first one. So I chose Million Shark because millions is a very big keyword right now, especially in the business niche. Everyone's going for the words millions or billions or million, billion, millionaire, billionaire, yada, yada, yada. And then I went a different direction. I went shark off of Shark Tank. I'm an avid Shark Tank watcher myself. So I figured something like Million Shark would be something that kind of stands out and pops, and not a lot of people out there using animals in their name. So I figured by doing that, it would be something completely different. So that's why I chose Million Shark. There's tons of other combinations, but please keep in mind when choosing your keyword, make your username, before you do anything, plug it into Instagram. And I'll play to the camera, plug it into Instagram, and make sure that you guys aren't copying somebody else. Like, make sure that that's actually available before you take it. So I actually claimed Million Shark on a secondary account before I took it and lifted it off as a brand. Your next is your profile name. So as you can see, when I break down Millionaire Shark, I did my first name, and then I did something like IG Entrepreneur. So you want to create a sense of connection to you as a person, to your brand. So that's why I would always say use your first name or username somebody's familiar with. If you have a nickname, throw your nickname in there. something that actually puts a real person to the brand. And then what your account is about. So mine, I put IG entrepreneur because I want to help people make money online. I want to help people realize that even if you don't have a skill, there's still a way to make money online. So as you can see, there's other things like IG expert, marketing genius, things like that. So make sure you choose something that's not overshooting your profile, but keeping you at a level where you can actually like perform and people could say, hey, you know what? He is an IG entrepreneur, or you know what? He is a marketing genius. So that's your profile name. I think Instagram only allows you to change it up once every like 30 days. So make sure you choose something that you could stick with for at least a month before you go and change it. Next one is going to be Instagram bio. This is very important. Your bio will define who you are, who your brand is. So something to look at when you're breaking down my Instagram bio, you could see helping 9-to-5ers make money on Instagram. So I want to, I have a 9-to-5 job, and I want to show people how when they have a 9-to-5 job, that they could always have a side hustle too. If you're mentored by somebody or you partner with somebody, that's a good shot for that second line. This way, it creates a sense of credibility. Like, hey, this person knows this person. So when they click on Billionaire Judge, they'll see that he's got like 35, 40,000 followers. And it's like, hey, you know what? He learned from him. The growth is there. Then a call to action is always needed in your profile. So you always want to make sure you have that call to action. So I actually have 2 lines of call to actions: to DM me Shark for mentorship, or get started now and click the link below, which will take you to my website. And setting up a website is something that is very underrated right off the bat. What I did is I went out and I purchased a domain. You could easily get them for 99 cents on like GoDaddy for like a year. That matches my IG handle. And then I just linked that to I used beacons.io. And then I linked everything together. So when you go to millionshark.com, you're actually just going to my Beacons page, which is very clean cut. And I keep it very active on that page as well. Next is going to be logo. So the logo is going to define who you are. So I like to keep things with my logo creation, which is now available on Fiverr. Cheap plug. I like to keep it plain, simple, and to the point. So here's 2 of them are my brands. So you'll see the B and the C, that's a barbell club. I have IG Barbell Club. That's one of my brands that I'm running. The Million Shark, very clean cut and to the point. And then another logo I created for another IG entrepreneur. So very minimalistic, very two-tone. Gradients are awesome. Gradients are always going to be something that you're going to something that you're going to look into and everything like that. Next is the post structure. So most people overlook this. Post structure is very much an in thing right now on Instagram. So you always want to make sure you look at your post structure. So as you can see, when I started off, I had infographic, using a real person, and then another infographic. And I kind of went through that succession of 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 2 to 1 for quite some time to start building my following. Now, if you look at my page currently at the time of this recording this video, it's actually a Twitter style post, reel or video, and then just a basic motivational quote. So I keep that going just to kind of keep the page clean. Because when somebody visits your page, the first thing they're going to notice your logo, then they're going to notice your bio, and then they're going to scroll down to your page. And then they're going to see, is this all over the place? Is it clear and concise? So you want to make sure you define your grid ASAP. And one of the tricks I do to define my grid is I actually create all this stuff, and then I just lay it out in Photoshop. And you could create artboards in Photoshop, and you could actually see it go down succession by 3. So you could kind of pre-see what your feed's going to look like before you go ahead and schedule your content. Next thing I want to talk about is story highlights. So these are very important. So keep your story, first and foremost, you got to keep your stories active, which I'll get to later on in this one. But you always want to make sure you have clear, concise story highlights. Like some of the 6 staples that I have on all of my accounts are growth, money, testimonials, story, lifestyle, and students. So growth will show you personal growth. That's when I do all my milestone posts, my Instagram, so people could see like, hey, 6 weeks ago, I was at 1,000 followers and now I'm at 4,000 followers. Man, this guy knows how to grow. IG money, I like to show every now and then, not very often, like, hey, a decent transaction. I don't show all my transactions. I'm very specific on what I show because I don't want people to think I'm just trying to flaunt all this. The next is testimonial. So if you work with any of your students, make sure you get testimonials. So when you're building your brand and starting off, help people out for free and do that in trade-off to get testimonials to fill that up. Next will be your story. Show people who you are. Be out there, be active. I'm personally not active on the My Story highlight. I much rather take to YouTube and show you guys all of this and show my face here on YouTube while I break things down like this. Lifestyle, that's all you. That's showing like what you guys like to do, like what you do in your free time. Like my lifestyle right now, it's like I live in South Florida, so it's like posting up that I go to the beach every now and then. And then students, any of your student success, make sure you throw it out there too, so people would see that you're a credible source. The key number is 8 to 12 stories a day. Don't oversaturate. I see a lot of people who just like have 30,000 stories, and like honestly, like I just skip over that. Stories are very crucial in order to sell. A lot of stuff gets seen in the Instagram stories as opposed to the feed. Showing your face will always help you boost sales, and keep your highlights as current as possible. Next, I'm going to go over captions. Captions are what you're writing underneath that Instagram post. Instagram is loving up right now on longer captions, creating story, writing testimonial, things like that. And always end the post with that call to action. That's going to be very, very key. So I know I'm terrible at writing. I hate writing long captions. I'd much rather keep it short, sweet, and to the point. But when I do the longer captions, I always tend to get better engagement because people actually like will stay on that post and they will read that. A lot of things I see on Instagram right now, it's like people start off with like, hey, quick 1 minute read, and then they go into their story. So people already know they're going to be getting engaged in that 1 minute. So keep your captions on the longer size, 2 to 3, maybe 4 paragraphs. End with a post with a call to action of, anything from like, hey, comment yes below if you agree, to shoot me a DM and let's talk. And the abilities are endless. All right, posting. You want to make sure you post at your peak times. So when creating your account, a lot of people will probably fight me on this, but there is no real issue to creating it as a business profile right off the bat. It will not stunt your growth. Business profile is only good to sit there and show you how your audience is reacting to your feed. It's a tool for you to learn your audience in order to tweak what you're doing to better get engagement. So go to your insights after your first, few posts, and then you'll start actually seeing what times your audience is most active, like where your audience is, targeting, geolocations, and stuff like that. So there's no real tips to get better engagement other than getting out there, posting at peak times, and commenting back when people comment on your stuff. So that's another very important thing that I will give you some free 99 knowledge. If somebody takes the time to comment on your post, always comment back. Comment back either right away within the first 5 to 10 minutes if you could see it, or if you're off Instagram for a day, make sure you're going through your post to go clean up those comments and write everyone back. Starting that dialogue in the comments and then taking it to DMs is another good way to get into somebody's DMs, to have them feel comfortable to be messaging with you on a daily basis. Tip: DMs are where the money happens. Hashtags. So hashtags are kind of faux pas right now. A lot of people don't think they can get growth off hashtags. And really, there's no real rhyme or reason to if people even search hashtags right now. I always use hashtags on a daily basis. Go to metahashtags.com, run them through, use 17 to 21 hashtags, and make sure your first 2 to 5 hashtags are always going to be related to that post. So as you see, I have a poster of Steve Jobs over here, and my first few hashtags are Apple, AirPods, iPhone 11, iPad, Steve Jobs. Geared straight towards him, straight towards what he sells, what he's known for, and then my regular hashtag set after that. But metahashtags.com will actually be one of your best friends, and I will have a completely different video on that. And last but not least, some of the apps I use. If you're looking for analytics and stats, check out IG Blade, which is a phenomenal tool. It's free, and Ninjalytics as well. If you're looking for any type of photos for content creation, Pinterest and Google are your best friends. Icons for your IG stories or for your infographics. Flat Icon is awesome, and Free Pick is good as well. And also Canva for designing animations. And Canva will cover the icons for you as well. So they have a lot of great stuff in Canva, especially the Pro version. So, but that's it. That's my free 99 knowledge today. If you guys want all these slides, there's a free download to this ebook below. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.